The stock market is truly in spooky season, and that's why I have these smoky effects. We're putting this video out late at night to kind of portray the feeling of the stock market right now. Right here tells it all. We are in extreme fear territory. That means there's extremely fearful sentiment in the market. Investors are not comfortable. They like certainty. They feel like there's not a lot of certainty going on right now. The latest flavor for October is that regional banks have some suspect loans out, and they're seeing cracks in smaller banks. Not only your JP Morgans, your Wells Fargo, your Citi, your Bank of Americas. Those companies have reported and their businesses are doing just fine. But there's these other cracks in the financial industry that is sending the market down today. It's just another thing on top of the trade war with China, the government shutdown. There's just a lot that's going on in the market right now, and it's a lot to handle in the market. It's already been like on pins and needles because of the AI trade. Is it over its skis? Are we in a bubble? There's just a lot of negative talk going on in the market right now, even though we're in a bull market. And the markets overall, if we look at it, just looking at the S&P 500, we're still very close to those all-time highs. So let's go ahead and look at the scoreboards, and then we'll get down to exactly what I did today in my portfolio. So looking at S&P 500, and we'll blow this up a little bit. All three major indexes were down today. S&P 500 down 0.6%. NASDAQ, the tech heavy index, was down about 0.5%, and the Dow was down just about the same as the S&P 500 today. I did want to point out Bitcoin fell below that 109 to 108 range, which was that range we were looking at was buying range again. So if you haven't bought any Bitcoin in a while, or Ethereum, the two major players, maybe it's time for you to consider doing that. All right, let's go on down to our option. The companies we have options in. We have options in Amazon, Nvidia, Meta, DraftKings, Uber, and Palo Alto right now. We've sold out a couple contracts. You can see Google is missing if you watched the last episode. We said in the last episode we don't like how the market is going. We don't like what's going on this weekend and how Trump might be willing to retaliate or just maybe unhinged this weekend with the rally against him, the No Kings rally against him across the United States, amongst other things that is going on right now. He might come unhinged and say anything on social media this weekend. So if you have anything that is running hot right now, more than likely it probably pulled back. Maybe it's time for you to kind of lock in some gains, and that's what I did yesterday. Locked in gains, or today. I locked in the gains what I had on Google. I didn't sell to the top, but made a little bit of money for a short amount of time. We held the contract. And if you feel like that you are maybe overinvested right now, you haven't taken any gains in some of your winners, especially in the AI trade or pretty much anything right now, maybe it's time for you to start collecting some cash. But be careful. I'm not saying to exit the market. That's not what we're doing. Just have a little bit of cash on the side just in case we do get a little bit of correction, and have a little bit of cash in order to execute. Looking more long term rather than looking for short term trades. That's what I'm looking for. For instance, Uber's down quite a bit off of its high. I still think it has quite a bit of momentum in it. I still think this is destined to be a $100 stock. So I'm looking at, for options specifically, longer dated contracts out for Uber around that $100 strike price. Some free game for you. But if you want to get in or know exactly when I'm getting in, buying long term shares or option contracts, make sure you join our Patreon. It's free to enter, but if you want to get those real-time alerts and let you know exactly when we're getting in, break down our strategies, what we use to get in and out of our plays, it's only $10 a month. That's going to be for the paid membership. Only $10 a month. You're probably not going to find it cheaper anywhere else. So $10. Jump in for a month, see what it's like. Join in, kick it with the community. I guarantee you enjoy yourself, if anything. So Uber, I like that play. Pretty much everything was down. We see NVIDIA is holding strong around that 180 range. If you don't have any NVIDIA, that 180 range right now, I think there's a lot of upside in NVIDIA in the future. Definitely next year, so might be something for you guys to consider. Okay, other than that, like really not much to shout out. NVIDIA was good. Other than that, out of our what we call the All-In Collective, our top 8 stocks that we're invested in, everything's pretty much down. I shouted out Uber. I think that's looking enticing. Netflix, if it gets down to the 1150 range, especially heading right into earnings next week, that might be a little bit of a buy if you want to dabble in there before earnings. Amazon's down. Amazon was riding strong for a few days there, and it looks like it's lost its momentum. I'm a little upset with that. Meta at this price, we like that as well. So if you want to get more information on how we really feel about these companies, join the Patreon. Other than that, guys, be careful in the market. Be careful this weekend, regardless of where you're going, what you're doing. Peace. Have a good one.